The Hinterkaifeck Murders, a chilling mystery. On a cold March evening in 1922, deep in the Bavarian countryside, an ominous silence fell over the remote Hinterkaifeck farmstead. Little did anyone know this stillness would soon give way to one of the most baffling and gruesome murder mysteries in German history, leaving behind a trail of eerie clues and unanswered questions. Hinterkaifeck, a small farm nestled in the isolation of rural Germany, was home to the Gruber family. Andreas Gruber, his wife Cecilia, their widowed daughter Victoria Gabriel, and her two children lived a quiet, if somewhat troubled life. The farmhands and neighbors knew the Grubers as hard-working but reclusive. As winter gave way to spring in 1922, strange occurrences began to unsettle the farmstead. Mysterious footprints in the snow, unsettling noises from the attic, and unfamiliar objects appearing around the property. These bizarre events culminated in a night of unimaginable horror when all 6 inhabitants were brutally slain, their bodies discovered days later in a blood-soaked scene that has haunted Germany for over a century. The story, the unease at Hinterkaifeck, began innocuously enough. Andreas Gruber discovered strange footprints leading from the edge of the forest to the farm, but found no tracks leading back. Despite his thorough search, he found no intruder. That same week, a set of keys vanished, and unfamiliar newspapers appeared on their kitchen table. The family, unnerved by these signs, began to hear strange noises from the attic at night. On March 31st, 1922, their new maid, Maria Baumgartner, arrived at the farm ready to start her first day of work. Unfortunately, this would also be her last. That evening, the Grubers retired to their beds, hoping the peculiar events would cease. They didn't. Under the cover of darkness, a sinister figure lurked within the shadows of the farmhouse. One by one, the unsuspecting family members were lured to the barn, where they met a brutal fate. Andreas, Cecilia, Victoria, and her daughter were bludgeoned with a mattock, a tool found later with hair and blood encrusted on its blade. The youngest child, 2-year-old Joseph, and the maid Maria were killed inside the house. For days, the farm lay eerily quiet, save for the lowing of unfed livestock and the clucking of chickens. The neighbors, puzzled by the Grubers' sudden absence, eventually decided to investigate. On April 4th, they made a gruesome discovery. The bodies of the family, hidden beneath hay in the barn, and Maria and Joseph inside the home. The scene was a grotesque tableau of violence and mystery. Adding to the enigma, evidence suggested the murderer had stayed at the farm for several days after the killings, tending to the animals, eating meals, and even lighting fires in the hearth. Despite extensive investigations and numerous suspects, the case grew cold. Theories abounded, from a deranged vagrant to personal vendettas, but no concrete evidence ever surfaced. What truly happened at Hinterkaifeck remains a puzzle to this day. The isolated farm, once a symbol of rural industriousness, now stands as a chilling monument to a night of terror and a mystery that has eluded resolution for over a century. The Hinterkaifeck murders serve as a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places, forever echoing the unanswered cries of a family silenced by an unseen hand.